not going to be on here very long, but I wanted to give everybody an update. We've just had a busy couple of days. As you get older, doctor's appointments happen more frequently. And so we had an appointment for our new doctor on Monday for Josh and me yesterday. The good news is the doctor put me on another round of 10 milligrams of the same medicine. I was on 20, but for the next 10 days at 10 milligrams. So she's just dropping me down instead of just stopping the medicine altogether, which was a big relief. Between all the flowers, those beautiful flowers that you saw on the short today were beautiful flowers we got from Christina and Jared for Mother's Day. But of course, everything is in bloom, and both our asthmas are just going a little haywire. Stress can also bring on and flare up asthma. So we've been kind of dealing with some asthma issues and spring hay fever, whatever you want to call it. And so between all that, and then we usually on Mondays, I kind of have a day where I just kind of chill out, relax. And that didn't happen because we had to go to the doctor on Monday, Tuesday. So I just got up this morning. I really have been focusing on finishing the blanket that I was doing for Christina, which is done. That was done. That was a big thing. I wanted to get that done. I have 3 more other blankets to work on. One is going to be kind of my own pattern. So I've been focusing on that. The doctor did put me on a little prednisone just because of all the springtime. That's why I don't like springtime. It's no fun for people with asthma. So we've just been taking it easy. And then Monday night, actually, our lights went out. One of the transformer stations near our house caught on fire a little briefly, and we lost electricity during the middle of the night, which we kind of keep our fan on and wake up to. I woke up and I'm like, wait a minute. He's snoring because he has a CPAP. So as long as he wears his CPAP, we're fine. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, he must have not put it back on. And then I look up going, the fan's off. Hi, Nancy, the fan's off. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. I know we keep our fan on all the time, even in the winter. That's off. And so we're like, wait a minute. And then, of course, it's not cool weather, so somewhat cool. So we, it gets warm. And so we opened the windows and had little portable fans on going. And for probably, you can come in, probably for about 4 or 5 hours, we had no lights. So we kind of drifted back to sleep, and then the lights popped on, and the AC started running, and the fan went and everything. So didn't get much sleep on Monday, but I just kind of needed today to kind of just take it easy. I just, like I said to people, I've been just horsing around getting that horse blanket done. And with the asthma kicking in a little bit, I'm breathing a lot easier and breathing better, but it's just been something that I'm like, you know what? I postponed the topic Wednesday till next week because I just wanted to take it easy. I wanted to relax this morning. I didn't want to have to really do anything this morning. And I even talked to my therapist and I said, can we take a couple weeks off? I said, if I need you for moral support or just to talk. But I said, I really don't have the physical or mental energy to start diving down deep with anything right now. And she kind of agrees with me. She said, you've been through a lot of stress. And she said, between the fibromyalgia and everything that's kind of going with you health-wise, I think it would be better too if you kind of just take a step back and let's not try to unearth that. Let's put it in that trunk we talk about, all those emotions and everything. We can do those memories and all that kind of stuff later, but not right now. Your body needs to heal, and it is healing. And I'm very thankful to the doctor for just giving me taking me from 20 to 10 milligrams of the medication and not just dropping me and saying, here you go. Because I think this may very well kind of solve the problem. So it's just been a stressful couple of days, not knowing what we were going to do with the medication, dealing with the asthma issues, and so forth. Hi, Robin. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've had to take some breathing treatments. You could probably hear it in my voice and my breath. And two, understand for the past since Easter and even before Easter, I have not been able to. I mean, not that I'm hugely physical, I can't be with the fibromyalgia, but I've also not been able to be at times even somewhat physical because um, this has really taken a lot out of me physically and mentally. And my body is also repairing a lot of red blood cells. So they may even have to do like an iron treatment with me. I can't do the pill forms. They may have to do an iron infusion because I am like a little anemic from everything. I've been adding red meat. My mom makes homemade bone broth, so I've been having that. But he's been struggling with asthma, so we know that there's a lot of trees around where we live. They're all blooming. We've stayed in the house and we've just kind of taken it easy. I have made myself get up, move around, walk in the house and do that. I've gotten up about every hour and just made myself move a little bit. But I just have to be very careful right now how I'm all doing it. And I remember a friend telling me if you're under stress, if you have asthma, it can actually flare things up. And have this past 2 months have been highly stressful to say the least. Between Patty, then his grandmother winded up in the hospital, then his grandmother's sister passed away, and I winded up in the hospital. I mean, it's just been one thing after another. Well, thank you for stopping in, little red big smile. I just thought I'd give everybody an update. I even wanted to go outside and sit in my rocking chair and crochet, but I thought I ain't going out there with all the pollen and all the kind of stuff that's happening. So believe me, I'm a lot looser than I was even yesterday. My doctor's like, you're not, I said, I'm not like I feel like I'm out of breath. I feel like I'm out of breath just by walking a little bit because I haven't been able to do anything. This whole thing with everything that was going on just took my body and went whoosh. So I'm having to rebuild myself a little bit. And she just said, I can see you're having a little asthma flare up, and let's get you on some prednisone. That'll clear things up. That'll help with all the stuff. They're going to put me on Singular, which helps with all that kind of wonderful stuff. Do your breathing treatments, which we've been doing. And I'm fine. I just can't. I have to somewhat take it easy until everything kind of settles itself down. And that's what I'm doing. I'm taking care of myself. I promise you all I am. I'm not doing much of anything right now. I'm just really having to kind of step back and go, literally. But this is why neither one of us like spring. We'd rather just stay with the winter and the fall, and then when the spring and all the pollen stuff goes through, and it seems like a very heavy springtime this year, but we had a very, very cold winter. And next week it's going to be like in the 40s again. So I think between the coldness of the winter that we had and everything, I think it's going to be a bad spring. Once we kind of get through that, and the summer is just hot, but it's not all the pollen that's going through everything. So I'm just taking it easy. I'm not pushing anything. I haven't been able to do any of that, but I wanted to give you all an update. At least the issue that put me in the hospital has subsided tremendously. If you're a woman, you understand what I'm talking about. So hopefully that'll stay in that direction for a little bit, and we can kind of get back to everything. I do plan on getting back to everything because in June, it's my birthday. And I'd like to have a little bit of what I want to do in June for my birthday is I want to come on every day except for Sunday and Monday. So I want to do live streams throughout the month of June. And I'd really, if it's even possible, and I don't know if it'll be possible, there's a place called the Wilds in down in near Columbus, and they actually did a TV show about it. And I want to go take either for my birthday or kind of our anniversary, and you can go take a safari tour, and then you can have dinner. And it's kind of a combination thing. It's a sunset thing. And I'd love to be able to do that. But we'll see if we can do that. Christina's like, I want to go. And I said, well, they have an afternoon tour. Maybe we'll see about doing that. But anyway, that's something I thought, well, I could go wild for my birthday. But I have to kind of see if once this round of medication is done, whether or not it's going to stay regular again and I don't have the problem again, which I would really, really like to not have the problem again, ever like that. But I'm sure you can tell I've had bursts of energy. If the asthma wasn't kicking in and flaring up, I think I'd be doing pretty good actually right now. But it's just kicking up enough that I need to kind of take it easy. I'm going to be okay. I'm not in distress or anything like that. Y'all don't need to worry about me. I'm okay. But when these happen, the best thing to do is just, you got to pull back and take it easy. And that's what I'm doing. Taking the medicine. Going to go have a breathing treatment in a little bit here. And I'll be fine. I've been an asthmatic patient all my life, so I know how to handle it. And I'm just kind of staying indoors right now for a little bit and letting everything kind of calm itself down. But I do have a product review to do. If you all like coffee, I'm going to be doing that shortly. But, and we'll start doing the topic Wednesdays, on Wednesdays next week. I need to sit with somebody on like a video YouTube thing and have somebody help me to understand OBS a little bit more. So I plan on doing that sometime this weekend because I really need to understand it more. And I'm planning to do that. And I'll get done with that. I'll work on that project so that we could do that one. And that's really a project anytime. It doesn't have to be necessarily a Mother's Day project. And then again, in June, we're going to be doing live streams a lot. We're going to be doing a live stream probably every day except for Sunday and Monday. Like, the only time I will ever do a live stream every day is in Christmas time, where we're really doing that every solitary day from December 1st through till the 2nd of January. I can't handle doing a live stream every day, but for my birthday month, I want to do a live stream every day. And then, of course, we're going to celebrate my birthday on June 18th. And we'll see about maybe either for my birthday or our anniversary, combining them and going wild. We'll see. Who knows? But I think I look better. I certainly am trying to get back in the swing of things. I've really kind of struggled through some depression with this, for sure, because this has really taken over my life, and it really has just been miserable. And I'm doing what Robin says. Take some time off and catch your breath. And that's kind of what I feel like I'm doing. I have kind of felt like I have literally, when I was a kid, I'll never forget it. I had a swing set. And I literally fell back and I had the wind knocked out of me. And I kind of feel like I've had the wind knocked out of me for the past month. Just literally like, can I catch my breath? Can I go back to the normal stuff? And I kind of feel like I'm kind of finally kind of catching my breath and getting back to normal things. And you guys, I've missed y'all. I haven't really been in the chats too much. I just haven't felt like doing it. And I didn't know quite what was going to happen. I need to get caught up with devotions, but I was so focused on finishing that blanket. I will put it on the community tab. That I kind of just lost track of everything for the past couple days. And because I was so close, it was kind of like I was so close to finishing it. And I wanted to get that one done. And it came out beautiful. And so I've got some other blankets to start and get done. One of them is actually on a little bit of a timetable. Hi, Shatiqua, how are you? So we're going to get back to regular schedule program, I promise. I hope I look better. I feel better. I feel better. It's just the asthma is kicking in a little bit the past couple of days. I thought, I got to take it easy again, which it always happens. Spring happens and asthma doesn't like the pollen and it decides to kick in a little bit. But I'm taking it easy. I'm doing what I need to do for myself, and I'll get back. And I was just very thankful. Thank you for all the people that prayed. Y'all prayer warriors out there, thank you very much, because I was very concerned that the doctor was just going to say, stop the medicine. I'll call in another 10 days of it in case you need it. But she kind of agreed, let's take you, now you've been on 20 for 10 days. Let's take you down to 10 milligrams for the next 10 days. And then hopefully when I get down with that round, even though I may have some, I won't have nearly to the degree what I had before. And all my hormones will be back on track. This medicine does take a little bit of time for your body to kind of get all back on track. And that's what we're working on doing. Slowly but surely, but we'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. But I'm going to be really working because we're behind. I want to say 4 and 5 of the devotions done. I just haven't felt like editing them. Haven't really wanted to edit them. Haven't had the desire to. My focus has been finish the blanket, which I did tonight. But I will really be working tomorrow and Thursday. No, tomorrow is Thursday. Thursday and Friday to really get caught up so that we can get with the devotions caught up so I can start recording ahead of schedule. That is the goal to be able to do. And I just have to get back on track. And when you're focusing on your health and yourself, you don't have the energy to do it. Your focus is on yourself and taking care of yourself, and it's like everything else goes right out the window. And surely that's what's been happening for sure. Now, next week on the 20th, we may go ahead and do a live on the way down. We got to go to Columbus on the 20th. Josh is having a sonogram of his hands, ultrasound, because they just want to see if he may have osteoarthritis. Thank you. And so we'll certainly maybe have you along for the ride a little bit. Maybe they are back. We'll see. But and then on the 7th, we have to go back to Columbus because his grandmother's sister's funeral is on the 7th. So we will be attending that in Columbus and showing the support. So that's kind of where we're at. I wanted you all to know where I am. And hopefully I'm starting to look more like myself, because I'm starting to feel more like myself, except for the asthma, which I can tell you where that can go. Don't like it, don't want it, but I've kind of forced myself to say, okay, I've been crocheting for an hour. Let's get up, move around a little bit. I did some laundry today. I'm trying to still get myself moving a little bit so that I'm not just, that's the only way to kind of get my strength back and get my energy back, because this has just zapped me for what it's worth. But I'll get there. I appreciate all your prayers, your understanding, and kind of where it is. But I thought, I wasn't planning to do a live, and I'm not, again, I'm going to probably get off here in a few minutes. But I thought I wanted you all to know what was going on and understand that I'm okay and so forth. I just got done a little bit ago before I came live and made the bed, so I'm sure that didn't help with the asthma. But we change the sheets a little bit more frequently in the springtime because it helps with the asthma. And I usually go have 2 showers a day because that also helps with the asthma. So, I appreciate everybody's prayers, and we'll get back to regular scheduled programming. If you all can, I know there are some people going back, and I do plan to post older videos and lives and so forth. If you all can go back and watch any of that stuff, or some of our old content, just listen in the background, let the ads play. That would be very much appreciative. That will keep our watch hours where they need to be, helps a little bit with ad revenue, but that would be very, very appreciative. If you haven't seen the short we did today, go smell the flowers. Even Mocha did. It was adorable. Christina got us a beautiful plant, and Mocha had to investigate it tremendously. And so every time she goes out, she smells. It was absolutely beautiful. It was such a precious gift from them. So I'm going to head off here. I will just wanted to give you an update, let you kind of know what has been happening with me and health-wise, and I am, God willing, on the right track back to normal. Whatever normal is. I don't know what that is, but I'd like to get back to normal. For sure. So, but again, doing a lot of talking until this asthma kind of settles itself down is difficult. And I'm really glad that I kind of did what I did this morning and decided to kind of take it easy. Praise the Lord. Absolutely 100%. I'm very thankful. I think I'm on the right track back to where I was. But doing a lot of talking doesn't help things to kind of calm down. They'll calm down on their own. The prednisone is kicking in and working, and the breathing treatments have been working, and it'll open me up. It's just taken a little bit of time to do that. That's fine. After all I have been through, this is nothing. I know how to handle this. This is nothing. I did it all my life. When I was a kid, my mom, I didn't like it. We used to have the vials for the albuterol in the glass vials. That's how old it was. And so if I had to have a breathing treatment, I'd be out playing with my friends, and she'd have to call me in and break the vials. It's not pre-mixed like it is now. It was in 2 different vials, and I used to be on theophylline many, many years ago. I had to be on that for a long time. But the 2 vials had to be mixed, because now they mix the albuterol stuff together, but before it was in a glass vial. And so she had to snap it, and she had to call me in, and I had to sit and do my breathing treatment. And I was like, I didn't want to stop playing, come and play, or stop playing, so I had to come in and do a breathing treatment. I still don't like them, but I'll do them. I'm very thankful that Christina, for the most part, did not get asthma. I'm very, very thankful. She had one little incident when she was about 3, something. We have no idea what it was, where I thought maybe she was going down the path of being an asthmatic. But thankfully, she doesn't have any of that, and I'm so grateful. She gets hay fever and stuff like that, but my mom and I get more asthmatic symptoms, and
I get more
and
asthmatic
so do
symptoms.
you. And I'm very, very glad that was one thing that Christina didn't get. She has enough stuff to deal with. She doesn't need to deal with this. But I have my 2 cups of coffee in the morning. That really helps to open me up. I've tried going the route of tea, which is wonderful. I have that in the afternoon. But in the morning, I want my 2 cups of coffee because that's also a bronchodilator. So in the middle of the night when I was little, not old enough like a teenager, if I woke up with any asthma issues and I would do the breathing treatment, my mother would also give me a cup of coffee. Because if you're an asthmatic, that will actually help open you up too. So that's another thing. If you are an asthmatic,
Not the fruity flavored
no,
coffee,
you need
strong
strong
coffee.
coffee. And I didn't like that either. But I have my 2 cups of coffee in the morning for a reason, because it does help to naturally help to take care of the asthma. But it'll resolve itself. Like I said, I'm not in distress. I just have to be very careful that I'm not overexerting myself right now, because until the flare up kind of calms itself down, I have to be very careful that I'm just making sure that I'm not overexerting myself. And that's what I'm doing. I'm taking care of myself. And Josh and I watched movies today and just took it easy. And Mocha was all cuddled up with me. And so it's been a really needed, I think, rest day, because Sunday was busy. And then we had the doctor's appointment for Josh on Monday. Then we had the lights that decided to go out in the middle of the night. And then, then we had my doctor's appointment. So I think,
Bright and early Tuesday morning.
yeah, well, I couldn't do anything about that. I usually make appointments for the afternoon, but I couldn't do anything about that because it was her only appointment. And I had to wait for about 2 months to get in and see her anyway. So I'm going to let you all go, but I'm doing better. Thank you to the prayer warriors out there who prayed for the medication to just continue, but at a lower dose for the next 10 days. I was really thankful for that. Continue to lift me in your prayers, as well as Josh, with dealing with the asthma and the springtime pollen and so forth. Don't like it. That settles itself down in a quick manner. And we can get back to what we do here with Blessed to Crochet, and that is all about the connection and not about me dealing with all this stuff. Because I said to the doctor, I'm over it. Done, over it, I'm cooked, I'm finished, whatever whatever you want to say, I'm done. But we'll get through it. One step at a time, one little bit of a time, but your prayers would be needed for Josh and I, as we're just kind of dealing with springtime asthma and allergies, and we'll get through it. And we're thankful for all of you and all of your support. My mom is too. It's very much appreciated. So I'm going to head off here. I'm going to go get ready for bed and finish the blanket. I'm going to start a new one. The one out of 3 that I've got to start. So then once I get through those 3 blankets that I really need to do, then we're going to start working on trying to get our own patterns done, so that some of them can be, of course, available for all you, especially these blankets that I so enjoy doing. They just really, I just love them. They're my favorite. So have a blessed day or night wherever you are, and keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook required, and be proud of being yourself, because everyone else is taken. We have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered, and we'll see you on the next one. I promise it will not be as long as this kind of delay has been, but we'll get there. All right? I love you all again. Thank you so much for all your prayers and your well wishes. We appreciate it. And we'll see you later. Have a great night, and God bless. And we'll talk to y'all later. Bye bye for now.